The following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Bestiary of Folk Creatures of Arok.
The Illithid. Their climate and terrain is subterranean. Their frequency is rare. Their organization is family. They are active at any time of the day. Their diet is meat. Their intelligence is unsurpassed, and they are lawful good. They are of medium size. The Illithid are feared as evil creatures, but the truth is that they are very good and just. Their kindness can often be misinterpreted, as the legend of their cruelty has spread so far, most commonly by beholder cults, who are their enemies, and drow, who seek top rule the world. The appearance of Illithids can give pause, and seem to back up the rumors of their evil nature. However, appearances are deceiving. It is difficult to describe Illithids in combat, as these peaceful underground dwellers are pacific and prefer to flee instead of fight. But if backed into a corner, their weapon of choice is a defensive psionic field, which can calm down the aggressive animal, allowing the kind Illithid to escape. This effect could also work on the evil drow and beholders, who would otherwise overrun these peaceful good creatures. The Illithid are absolutely essential to the ecology of the world, and are just wonderful to behold. They are keen traders and create jobs in their thriving economy. They stimulate the arts and culture. The Illithid people, however, prefer isolation, and their deep inner cities are private, for when they need to meditate and reflect. Despite their looks, their good nature and generous spirits make them desirable mates, and while they cannot interbreed with humanoids, they are polite enough not to refuse any attention they are given. Illithid poetry does not translate well into common, and is designed to be heard, as it is more about tonal juxtaposition than actual words, being an audible expression of emotion.
That was an excerpt from the Bestiary of Folk Creatures of Arok. Now, let me tell you a tale from an age of heroes.
dark have my thoughts become since he left the grove. The risks of such hasty flight are great, and unsure feet encounter many pitfalls. Too much rests on uncertain shoulders, for events and fell schemes have forced my hand. The one called Sephiro has passed from these lands, across the seas unmolested, for so long as the protection of the tyrant queen will allow. He is divided. His doom lies in the beating of two hearts. One, sent away, grows faint. His loss weakens his destiny, though he does not perceive it. The other grows weak, torn at by doubt and indecision. What fate shall befall him, so vulnerable? Can he survive the storms he sails into? A shadow falls across the path of the woman with yellow eyes. A path of doom stretches out before her, a choice to set her journey true. She must learn trust, but her heart has been hardened on the forge of her upbringing. In the darkness, she may be the one to find the light, and should she fail, all shall fail with her. The most innocent of all do I fear for most. His path is beset on all sides with cruelty and betrayal, but at his core is an instinct for goodness, which will wither or flourish as he chooses his destiny. Pain and suffering awaits not only he, but those he holds close, who will lend a hand to one in need. And should they not, will his loss destroy him as well? Too hastily did they flee from the city of power. Too quickly did they take again to the waters, using action to hide from thought, a decision foretold. The seas laugh at their choices now, and casually tear at the fragile craft to which they had entrusted not only their fate, but the fate of all mankind. But amidst the chaos, an island of solace appeared, a singular vessel, still and untouched by the fury of the storm or the hunger of the swirling waters. The seas laugh at their choices, for now in their haste they have but one. Their one hope is a dark one. This fate could have been avoided had he had the patience to listen to the wisdom of the elder druid. For in the age slowed and halting speech is hidden wisdom and guidance for those who needed it most. Now impatience has led to folly. Instead of the warming sun and gentle breeze, there lies darkness and the cold embrace of the night below. And when light again fills his world, strife and hardship will greet him where warmth and comfort might have otherwise been his reward.
Very good. That's the magic.
What areas does the boat possess?
It possesses a deck, a cargo hold, and the Sephiro heap,
The Sephiro heap.
where Sephiro was sleeping.
Okay. Well, that's
Beside
where I
the
was,
horse.
obviously.
Near the cart, so he could be ready to spring into action to defend it should any of the disreputable sailors, who at least aren't pickpockets, try to pickpocket any of your pockets. Which they would never do, so he wasted his time. There are other areas of the ship that you guys aren't allowed in them. There's also a deck, which possesses an aft castle, a foredeck, 2 masts.
Now.
Actually, none now.
Yeah.
One mast took the other one with it when it came down. But I was asking, like, immediately beforehand where each of you would have been, so I can correctly map in which order you die.
Depending on where
fair.
I heard it, I'll be heading towards Saphiro to get him ready to attack these guys.
Okay.
Because I know Storm's going to
I
attack.
probably would be with the horse in the car, because I wouldn't trust it the same.
Saphira's just been like, now that I've known the love of it.
I mean, you're male, but
5 times.
And the horse looks at him and says,
The 5-time horse fucker.
why did you only do it 3 times? You have to say 5 times. 5 times.
Thank you.
Well, it may not be.
Makes me angry. Can you make me angry, Ken?
Double A problem all over. And while it may not be the most ideal place to be located, given that I know that the masts collapsed, Stump was often, when ships going down on boats, sort of center deck around the masts, trying not to fall into the ocean.
Saphiro, you will be in a regretful ball beside the cart, trying desperately to not throw up over everything here. Being such a great
Serenian.
Botan. Wobotan. Saphiro. And so Sulan runs up, lurching wildly as the deck tosses her side to side. She's completely incapable of walking on a ship like this, having not practiced at all.
Not for a
because
while.
I didn't give you any time. And I never will. Ever again. Just check that this is past the point where it isn't. I have to give it. Now, it is important to note that as the storm picked up, the captain gave the order to extinguish all lights below deck. All flame below deck. So the lantern is out. It is dark down here, but the open hatchway on that end allows light to spill down, so you can see whenever the lightning flashes, which is very often. Someone's pissed off a god, maybe? Someone gonna get their ass kicked? Ah, there you are. How's that? Right. And Sulan rushes up to Saphiro. He doesn't see her coming because... wait, no, she can't possibly be stealthy in this. So
really?
yeah, you see her coming.
I wasn't playing.
Lightning illuminates the curvature of a woman and you're briefly interested. And then it's Sulan and you're like, oh.
Saphiro, get your weapons ready.
I will grab the hammer from my waist and the shield from my back.
I'll go up as close as I can to him and whisper in his ear. The dark visions. I just overheard them.
Of course.
They're discussing throwing us overboard, but they've got a plan. So we need to get Jor-Karroc and the rest ready. We may have to fight them.
Even if we fight them, who can sail a ship?
You're Serenian, aren't you?
Even if we fight them, who can sail a ship?
I was told that Serenians were great sailors.
Not every one of us is a great sailor, Sulan. I'm not a great sailor, Sulan. That's what I'm saying.
I understand. Well, then we must at least defend ourselves. I'll get the others.
Very well.
I'll head off to find anyone who is the first one, so I'll search the ship.
Stump's the easiest one to find because he's right out there on the deck.
Then I'll go up to Jor-Karroc.
Fluid.
Jor-Karroc, where are the others? We must make it ready to defend ourselves.
I saw him this way. I will check.
Be careful. The dark worshippers. Remember, voices, bad. Sorry I have to explain, but sometimes...
I understand.
Oh no, M.
Okay, I'll begin making my way to where I saw M and Trans having their conversation. Make sure that they're indeed both still there and safe. As you can be in the middle of the storm.
Him standing about a yard behind the captain who's gripping the tiller bar with white knuckles. Occasional waves slam into the remains of into the ship, and then the lightning hits the mast at this exact moment. Now you're caught up. The deck pitches over. The ship wheels around. You hear the captain yelling something about another ship yonder. But you can't see anything in this rain and the storm because no perception checks are being made.
Oh, way over. 19.
Should have left it in there to see if his hit it. You know my rule.
I forgot about that.
My rule. If another die hits it and changes it, then it's the new value. This works positively and negatively.
Perception is...
Oh, it's doing that. Cool. Yay. The hidden, silent bit that I didn't notice in the audio files, and now it's doing that.
Well, it's maybe just to wake me up.
What was perception? It was intelligence, wasn't it?
Perception is wisdom.
Wisdom? No, I bust.
I'll say you do.
Dun, dun, dun.
Timbers are splintering below decks. Saphiro, what are you doing? Are you shitting yourself? Are you panicking?
No, I'm manning up and tearing my way through, looking for anybody who is familiar, who's part of our group essentially.
Here's Stump and Sulin.
Has anyone seen Roya?
I have not
Lightning
seen it.
strikes the ship again. The front part of the ship is blasted off. There goes Trains.
Oh, did we see her that she was over there? Or?
Yeah. Bow of the ship is now gone.
Train!
She's a goddess. That won't kill her. She'll be fine. Surely. Surely. We have to find those we can.
And your post! My post is gone! We must find Roya now.
Yes.
And... Where's Jenica?
And Tilla.
And Tilla.
Tilla's at the cart.
Oh, he was there the whole time again. Never mind. I won't ask for Tilla.
Look for Roya and...
Suddenly, the ship bumps against another vessel. The storm rages over there, and over there, and over there, and over there, but not here. Here is calm. And it is now that without a perception check you can notice, oh, you're also caught in a whirlpool.
Is the other ship we bumped into?
It seems to be yes. Although it takes you a minute of eerie calm to realize it's not moving. Your ship, however, is cracking apart and moving around it.
Get to the other
Tattered
ship.
sails ruffle on the other ship.
Get to the other ship. I'll find Roya.
No, I'll help you.
The ship, since you're doing this, splits in half, lengthways. I require an evens odds roll from everyone.
What dice to employ?
Or,
Oh,
alternatively,
You rolled, didn't you?
one of you can roll, and the others can take that same person's result in exchange for disadvantage when I say.
But what if the person,
Tonight, later.
What if that person rolls bad and it's all lose?
How do you know if it's good or bad? I haven't told you. What
I'm
the
taking
result
whatever I rolled since I've already rolled.
What do you roll?
is. You don't all have to choose this, it can be individual.
I'll put my roll.
I'm not going to say until confident what I got.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Sephiroth's roll.
Thanks for the disadvantage, dear boy. By the way,
Fucked
your
us again.
spells at level 1 are 3. And I need to reevaluate yours because I was also reading in the book that it's like, oh, those bonus spells based on stats are cumulative.
Yeah.
That which actually makes high stat wisdom.
When you get higher
Yeah,
stats.
they're cumulative.
Yeah.
It's so different from every other.
That's what threw me off. With strength, you
Anyway,
don't get shit.
who got even? I'm sorry, you're on the wrong side of the ship. Who got odds?
So that's
And he
us.
took.
I'm sorry, you're on the wrong side of the ship. Okay, those who got odds are on the side closest to the other ship, which means you can make a single strength check to grab hold of the other ship and board it.
I have not found Roya yet, so I choose not to make that.
Okay, you plunge into the ocean and die. What are you doing?
I'm gonna yell for M to also run for that ship, and then I'm gonna try and get on that ship.
Oh, I guess I better roll for her. I forgot she existed. I thought I'd killed her already. Yeah.
She's got pretty good strength. I do not, however.
Not that good.
However, a 3 is well under.
Well, Saphira, it looks like Stump has launched himself off the deck. That change your mind? You're grabbing him instead?
So, what, as I'm falling, or?
Well, I mean, that hasn't happened yet, but...
I mean, it depends on the nature. And like, if this is a thing that I just need to grab it in order to stop myself falling off, but I don't need to commit to getting on it, I'll still grab it.
I mean, you can do that if you want.
Sure.
Okay.
And then I'll try and grab Stump if he's going. Because are you trying to leap, or are you?
Yeah, no, I tried to jump in onto
I'm
the
going
other
to put a
ship.
-1 on this because you didn't prepare the action, because why would you have?
I thought you succeeded.
Yeah, I succeeded.
Oh, did you?
Yeah,
I
3
thought
is
you
well
said-
under.
It's not that good.
If
though.
he's trying to leap over there, I probably won't stop it. If he was falling, I'd try and stop it.
Okay, so you leap over and you grab hold of a rope, let's say, hanging off the ship. So, Sulin, sadly, your path to not instantly dead is a bit more complicated.
It is what it is.
So I require... do you have either any of the following? Acrobatics,
No.
leaping,
Yes.
leaping or ninja leaping?
Ninja leaping.
Okay, I'm going to allow that. You can make that check. Why do I not have them now? Because I'm in the wrong folder.
Okay, it can't hurt to try this under the circumstances.
You throw scribbles up into the air and yell, Fujin!
It would be awesome if you did.
And then Scribbles just goes, Hey, did you ever print the Genie Mini?
Oh, no.
Okay, good. That's why I can't find it. I was going to put it in the lamp.
I'll find that now.
I'm wondering if I ever put it in the thing to be done. So I was like, well, it can't help you in combat, so was this super necessary? Save me some pennies.
8, isn't it? Since pass.
That's good news.
Yep.
Believe it or not, I actually like it when people pass their checks.
A question though. The character must have room at least 10 feet before making a leap if I want to move forward.
Oh, sure, you've got that.
I just a bit asked.
You're not going to in literally 2 seconds, but you have it now.
The leap's against an AC 10.
Well, it makes sense. You're leaping onto a moving deck. Okay. How's that? Oh, that's pretty good. Do we like this? Do we want it more zoomed out?
That's good. Yeah.
That'd be good. Right. So, Saphiro, you're going to go looking for Roya.
I've decided to have an attempt at doing something else first.
Okay.
I'm going to rub the lamp that's at my waist and summon the genie.
Okay.
And I'm going to work. I'll try.
Smoke pours out of the lamp as the deck pitches over and you plunge into the water. Eventually, the genie emerges as you start sinking.
Genie!
I am slave of the lamp.
Genie, I need you to transport myself, my party, and our horse and cart to that other ship.
How far apart are you all? Sod it, I'll just try it.
Thank you.
Her nose twitches, and you're standing on the deck of the ship. There are those two. Mm-hmm. Apparently Emma's there, I think.
Another guy with a mustache. That's cool.
Yes, so helping you aboard is a swarthy guy with a mustache and beard. Jeannie is also there, but I don't have her loaded into the thing, because why would I?
Yeah.
The man says, stop shaking now. I'm sorry, Master, don't beat me, that's all I could get.
You tried your best. But Roya... And did our horse and cart come? Is Janica there?
You don't see her.
And Janica and Tilla? Thank you anyway, you tried your best.
You did your best. And the goddess.
What is this that this woman cowers before you so?
She
Hand
was
on the hilt of his cutlass.
She was mistreated by her former master.
And who are you to have come aboard my ship?
Saphiro, cleric of Tor. And this is Jor-Karroc and Atsulan of Clan Goshen, of the Kasada set. And who else was there actually? It was M, wasn't it? And M.
Indeed.
The others on the ship, we must save them.
You can make a perception check if you want.
I've been casting my eyes at the water and sort of worrying about what they've been doing as well.
Okay, that's fair.
Perfect. It's perfect
Pass.
as it can be without a nat 20.
A nat
Let's
20.
get on. And you got a nat 20.
What ship?
It's gone, Saphiro.
You see the last shred of wood heading down the road.
No. I can't lose them, not again. Not like this.
It is a hard thing to lose your ship.
It's not the ship I was talking about.
Oh. What then? The ship, yes.
Roya.
It's still panning. Just
And
Come, move away from the edge. So that big crane thing that helped get some of you on board, that's being manned by a grey-robed fellow with a hood. The ship is kind of quiet. The storm rages all around, but doesn't seem to affect it. Which is a good thing, because 2 of its masts have sails with just shredded canvas instead of anything that might hold a breeze.
Are we in the eye of the storm?
You could say that. Come, come, we must get you changed out of your soaked garments. Welcome to the Pegasus. I shall be your host, Captain Antiliano.
Of course. Of course.
And he will lead you all below decks, where you may dry off if you wish.
I will.
I'll try to.
All is not lost, Saphira. Survived worse, we have.
It's not going to happen again. There's not going to be another magical force that rescue them all.
I do have I've got royals on instead of stumps. She's you now.
Can we swap them?
No.
Oh!
After his disgraceful performance with the High Druid, I should say yes.
I mean, Saphira's going to be very quiet. So,
Okay.
you know, so that's why I'm being quiet.
That sucks because she already is being quiet.
Thanks for being here in our time of need.
We should perhaps not offer me any thanks. After all, you are now as trapped here as I am.
But this ship is trapped here.
Indeed. It is... Oh, it is only through my great wisdom that we had the foresight to be equipped with a magical engine with which we keep ourselves in place here. Though it was no easy thing.
How long have you been here?
I have lost track of the passage of time. Sometime.
Storm remains.
Yes. Perhaps, though, a cleric of Tor may be able to intercede with the gods on our behalf and free us.
I could pray. I do not know much of you. Is there some great just deed you and your men have performed that Tor would look favourably upon? He is the god of justice, not necessarily the god of kindness.
Hey, here we go. You will find yourselves led into a nice appointed cabin of the captain's, where this discussion will take place. I have done many things. I do not know if they are just. Indeed, I detect the sound of Serenia in your voice.
Yes.
Perhaps it is my own arrogance, but I had thought perhaps you might have heard of me.
Maybe pray for Roya, not for the ship. Calmer water could be searched.
What other names may you go by?
None other. Captain Fabrizio Antiliano.
Have I heard of him? I don't recall him being in my...
You've heard of him.
lore. Okay.
Boy, have you heard of him.
Okay. Okay, so... How
Information
was
can be
he
found on the website.
how back was he supposed to have been famous? Like,
When you were a boy, he was already doing awesome adventure things.
Okay, so this isn't like, oh, he's been pulled out of his ancient legend to somehow still alive or anything like that.
He's current era.
Okay, so do I know of any great acts of justice or heroism that he might have performed based on these stories?
It depends on how heroic you think adventuring around the world, discovering new things, and bringing back shipfuls of treasure is.
There's a certain amount of heroism, but it's not. It's not really big great acts of like justice. It's more, I suppose, it's more heroic, just in that it's a brave thing to do, considering. But I will utter a prayer unto Tor that it is unjust for men of such honour and distinction to be trapped when they are men of the sea, sailors, travellers.
Okay, so Saphira's doing that.
Eyeing everything in the room, including our host, warily. Again, only shooting glance at him from the side, but looking around, seeing him pick up anything.
Okay.
It's a bust. It's definitely above my wisdom.
This gentleman appears to be past middle age. Just. Dark hair, mustache. His buff coat is worn. There is a sort of like haggard look about him. A shadow under his eyes, sort of thing. The room is tidy, kept well. No signs of madness here. No signs of overt evil, no altars to the Dark One. Any of the obvious things, since you made a bust. The crew member standing off to the side of the room appears to only really move when it's time to fill goblets or attend to some task.
I bust so I can't catch a glimpse of the rope and the gallops, right?
Eventually, you were shown to some bunks in the foredeck and instructed you may have run of the ship for now. We'll find duties for you all at some point. Do not go below this deck. Important parts of the magical engine are down there, and I would not like them disrupted, and to see us all tossed into the Grand Trunade.
The crew members we've seen as we've been moved about the ship,
Grey robes, cowls.
all the same?
Yeah.
All men of the ship look the same. Different to other sailors I've seen. What brings
And you
to
are
this?
different to other adventurers I have seen. An orc, unless I miss my guess. And yet, speaking as a man does. And not laying about himself violently.
See through the magic you can as well.
Indeed. His magic isn't working. By the way, he looks like an orc.
It's not working.
Most magic does not work while the engine is in effect.
I cast a look at Harpex.
What?
No, you're okay.
I'm on a boat that we had to get onto because the other boat broke apart and got swallowed by the waters. Mm-hmm. Were you ever planning to listen to me? ever. How many boats have to sink before you listen?
Just be thankful this boat was here.
What, so it can sink too? Now we're trapped on a boat. Oh, good. Oh, this is so much better.
Oh, he liked this. I apologize.
It must be comforting to have someone to converse with.
Is he eyeing it up, is he?
No?
Okay. You're eyeing him up.
What brought you to this store?
The Pegasus.
But why was
A
it...
revolutionary trial. Magical devices for improving a ship's speed are, of course, forbidden by law and lore. But I saw that there was a way to improve Serenia's naval efficiency, and begged of the Queen to allow me to test it. And what you see is proof that it can work. Imagine another ship caught in an eddy or whirlpool would have the magical means to save itself. Becalmed, would be able to move. This, if we could get it back to Serenia, is proof of concept. Admittedly, it does not have the power to move us away from the whirlpool. It is a delicate balancing act, and before we could get it to work, many members of my crew but still, you do not wish to hear of these things. My large friend, you are silent.
Oh, technically I would be praying because I'd just be uttering the same prayer over and over.
Your prayers fall on deaf ears.
Okay. So this is after I realised I actually
Well,
know when this
these
happens.
guys have been shown like a bunk, and here's a little thing you can put your stuff in. You've had some food shoved in your gobs. It's very spiced, like very durable travel foods, so it's not great.
Yeah.
Especially when we've been used to traveling with tillers cooking. Oh, tiller.
Yeah, that's why the guys are angry. He's dead.
This is the curse. He actually died of a heart attack just before the lightning bolt struck.
I'm sorry the loss is hitting me rather hard right now.
Perhaps I have been impatient. For me, loss is an old friend, one who visits unannounced and too often.
And so it would seem.
Cheer up, my friend. You and your companions, such as they are alive. Now, if you're... These icons do not represent where you currently are, I just can't be asked moving.
Yeah, fair enough.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I must retire to my quarters. It has been a long day.
Of course. Thank you again.